Magical schooling of the soul. Conscious separation of the astral body from the physical body. In this step the magician will learn how to separate his astral body from his physical body through conscious practice. Not only will he be able to transfer himself wherever he wishes to be spiritually, but also astrally, and he can be wherever he wishes with his astral body and wherever his astral presence is required. The separation of the astral body, as we will soon practically experience, is different from mental travel or the state of trance caused by the Okosho principle. The state during which the astral and mental bodies are separated from the physical body is called ecstasy in occult terminology. A true magician has the ability to go wherever he wishes with his astral body. However, in most instances all he requires is mental traveling or placing himself into a state of trance. The reason for the separation of the astral from the physical body while the astral body remains connected to the mental body is mostly for work which requires a magical physical procedure. The greatest care has to be exercised when executing the projection of the astral body because, in contrast to mental travel, both connection links, the one between the mental and the astral body and the one between the astral and the physical body, which are called the mental matrix and astral matrix, are now exposed due to the separation from the physical body, and only a fine silvery elastic life cord connects the mental and astral bodies with the physical body. When the magician is in this state, where the mental and astral bodies are separated from the physical body and their only connection is the astral matrix, the silvery life cord, and a stranger, whether magically trained or not trained at all, touches the magician's physical body, this very fine life cord will immediately break, and the connection with the physical body will be instantly severed. The result will be the physical death of the magician. It is therefore of the utmost importance that, immediately upon beginning these exercises, and while you are in this state, you make absolutely certain that no one is given the opportunity to touch your physical body. The reason this life cord breaks can be attributed to the fact that a person's electromagnetic fluid has such a strong effect that the life cord, even of a magician who is far advanced, cannot withstand this fluid. If our modern medical science were to examine a body which is killed in this manner, they would list the cause of death as embolism, heart failure, or even paralysis of the heart. When the physical body is in this state of ecstasy, it is without feeling and without life, there is no breathing and no heartbeat. The following description of this practice should provide the necessary explanation. This state is a form of suspended animation. Suspended animation during ecstasy occurs as a result of a pathological effect, which can easily be explained by any magician. It is also important to know that, through normal breathing, you supply the bloodstream with the 4 elements plus the Okosho, whereby he mental matrix, which is the connecting link between the mental and astral bodies, is kept in contact, and we know from experience that there is no life without breath. The astral matrix, which is the connecting link between the astral and physical bodies, is kept alive through the intake of food. The magician should now fully understand the connection between the ingestion of food and breathing, and he will now find the real reason for the conscious breathing and eating, which were an integral part of the exercises of the previous steps. If the magician, at this stage of his development, were to neglect any part of any exercise, he would undoubtedly experience disharmonies, ailments, and other disorders. Many disturbances of the spirit, soul, and also the physical body can be attributed to the failure to perform your exercises with regularity and attentiveness. Therefore, it is not without good reason that, immediately from the beginning, the greatest emphasis has been placed upon the simultaneous development and maintenance of the physical body, the soul, and the spirit. If the physical body is not in a state of harmony, not strong and tenacious enough, and if it does not possess, through substantial and vitamin-rich food, an adequate supply of electromagnetic fluid and through this a sufficient elasticity of the astral matrix, then one may suffer great harm to one's health through the ecstasy exercises. Therefore it is very important for the magician to realize that all ascetic exercises which dictate or promote abstinence from eating as part of their practical system of development are extreme and, as such, reprehensible. Many Oriental practices that dictate asceticism and ascetic exercises are one-sided and not for people who are not Oriental. They are extremely dangerous for those whose physical disposition is not in accordance with the prevailing climatic conditions. However, if the magician has equally developed all three levels of existence, namely his body, soul and spirit, he has no reason for concern that any disturbances will surface in his mental, astral or physical bodies. Only those who do not follow the instructions in this book systematically and those who, during their development, neglect to pay attention to the warnings, can expect to be affected by certain disharmonies. Therefore the magician should not begin with the exercise of projecting his astral body until he is absolutely certain that he has completely mastered all the previously recommended methods. The most stable part, the astral matrix which connects the body with the soul, remains in the physical body during mental travel, whereas when the astral body is projected everything is withdrawn from the physical body. That is why you have to be twice as careful when practicing the ecstasy exercises. The actual practice of projecting the astral body is a very simple one, especially when the magician masters mental travel. The separation of the astral body from the physical body is accomplished in the following manner. Assume your usual asana posture, or these exercises can also be practiced while lying down, then step out of your physical body with the mental body. Now transfer your consciousness into your mental body and observe your physical body. The physical body will appear to you as if it were in a state of sleep. With the help of the imagination, imagine that your astral body, like your mental body, is drawn out of your physical body through your will. The form of the astral body must be the same as your mental and physical body. Join your astral body by entering into the astral form. During this exercise you will be overcome by a strange feeling, as if the astral body does not belong to you. Therefore you must immediately establish a conscious connection between the mental and astral matrices. Furthermore, you will not succeed in retaining your astral body in your imagination, because the physical body will constantly attract the astral body as through an invisible cord. If, at the same time, you observe your physical body while practicing these exercises, you will notice that you will experience respiratory disturbances during this experiment. However, at the moment that you connect in the spirit with the astral form and immediately begin to breathe consciously, you will feel immediately connected with the astral body. In the beginning, when you as a spirit connect with the astral body next to your physical body in this manner, focus all your attention on your breathing and on nothing else. This exercise has to be practiced until you become accustomed to breathing in your astral body, which you have drawn out of your physical body and placed next to it, and which you have spiritually joined with the mental body. As you can see, only conscious breathing in the astral body makes the loosening of the astral matrix possible. Once the breathing in your mental and astral bodies has become a habit through frequent repetition, you may proceed with the next step. You stop breathing in your physical body when you begin to breathe in your astral body. Through this separation, the physical body lapses into a state of lethargy, the limbs become rigid and the face pale, resembling one who has died. However, as soon as you cease the exercise of breathing next to your physical body and want to terminate the exercise, you will notice immediately that the astral body is forthwith attracted by the physical body like a magnet, and the normal process of breathing begins again in the physical body. Only when your mental body, in other words the magician with his consciousness, has spiritually rejoined his physical body so that the astral and mental bodies can assume physical form, will you gradually regain your senses. This concludes this exercise. What we normally call the dying follows the same sequence. However, there is one significant difference: the matrix between the physical and astral bodies is being destroyed. When a normal death occurs and the astral matrix between the astral and physical body ruptures due to an ailment or because of another cause, then the astral body together with the mental body can no longer find a foothold in the physical body, and therefore they will automatically depart, whether willingly or unwillingly. This occurrence shifts the breathing into the astral body without the person being conscious of this change while in the astral body. That is why departed beings do not initially feel the difference between the physical and astral bodies. Only gradually do they become aware of the fact that the physical body is no longer of any use to them, and that the astral body is subject to other laws, the Okosho principle. In previous chapters one have described the astral plane in detail. Therefore the conscious projection of the astral body is an imitation of the process of dying. Hence it follows that there are good reasons for all the precautions, because when you practice these exercises you are very close to the border between actual life and death. Once the magician completely masters the projection of the astral body, then 1. The fear of death has become completely superfluous, and 2. The magician knows the process of his physical demise exactly. And he also knows where his future domicile will be once he leaves his physical body. After practicing the exercise of separating the astral body from the physical body many times, you become so accustomed to breathing in the astral body that you are no longer aware of it, and you experience in the astral body the same feelings as if you were in the physical body. Should you want to return to your physical body, you must consciously hold your breath in the astral body so that the astral body can separate from the mental body in order to assume the shape of the physical body. The moment the astral body assumes the form of the physical body automatically resumes breathing, and not until then is a return to the physical body possible. This has to be considered under all circumstances, since the mental body is subject to another lawfulness, and that is why it does not breathe in the same rhythm as the physical body when it is connected with the astral body. Only when you have become accustomed to going out of and coming into your physical body with your astral and mental bodies, and you have accomplished the feat of leaving and returning to your physical body as you please, and you have taken all the necessary precautionary measures in regards to breathing, and these precautionary measures have become a habit, only then will you be qualified to remove yourself successfully from the physical body. At the inception of these preparatory exercises, do not go any farther than standing right next to your physical body. Then you have the option either to stand next to your physical body or assume your physical body's present position. In this case, the asana posture. The next exercise is not only to observe your physical body but also your immediate surroundings, just as you did during your mental travels. After all, it is the same procedure as mental traveling. You must perceive, distinguish, feel and hear every object. However, there is one difference. In this instance the spirit is wearing a garment, in our case it is the astral body, which makes it possible to work more physically. For example, should you visit a certain location in your mental body and observe an occurrence which would bring forth either a good or a bad feeling within you psychically, you will neither feel nor perceive it in your mental body, nor can your mental body influence you in any way. Were you, however, to experience the same event with your astral body, you would feel it as intensely as if you were directly present with your physical body. In the next exercise, gradually attempt to distance yourself from your physical body step by step. At first, you will feel that you are attracted to your physical body by force as through an invisible attractive power similar to that which a magnet exerts upon iron. You will find the explanation in the fact that the cord between the astral and physical body is nourished, maintained, and kept in an equilibrium with the most subtle fluid. The projection of the astral body through the exercises is a conscious procedure against nature's lawfulness of nature's elements in the physical body, and this has to be conquered. Therefore it requires considerably greater effort to move your astral body than it does to move your mental body. Initially, take only a few steps from your physical body and then return immediately. Since the magnetic attractive force captivates and influences continuously, it will trigger different kinds of feelings in your astral body, for instance fear of death, and so on. These feelings have to be overcome as well. In this step you must become master over all occurrences of this kind. Increase the distance from your physical body every time you practice this exercise. In time you will be able to cover increasingly greater distances. And the farther you can distance your astral from your physical body, the less effective will be the attractive force towards your physical body. Later on, when you travel very far, it will be quite difficult for you to return to your physical body. The magician is faced with danger when he visits planes or areas that fascinate to such a degree that he becomes saddened by the thought of returning to his physical body. Therefore he must be the absolute master over his feelings. Should he not be able to become the master, and should he become accustomed to be at home with his astral body on the physical plane as well as on the astral plane, he usually becomes weary of life and would rather not return to his physical body. He is overcome by the longing to sever, by force, the cord that connects him to his physical body. Were the magician to do this, it would be the same as committing suicide in the physical body. In addition, it would be a serious offense against divine providence and would therefore have karmic consequences. It is understandable that the temptation to commit such a suicide is great, especially when the magician has to suffer greatly in the physical world and is experiencing bliss in the other planes. If the magician has progressed in astral projection to such a degree that he can travel with his astral body over any distance, then he has the opportunity to employ this ability for various purposes. The magician can transfer himself with his astral body wherever he wishes to be. He can treat the ailing by accumulating and condensing the magnetic and electric fluids in his astral body and transferring these fluids to the ailing person. The treatment with the astral body is by far more penetrating than mere thought transference, and healing can also be accomplished with mental travel, inasmuch as the fluids with which the magician is working are only effective on the mental plane of the particular ailing person. Furthermore, it is within the magician's capabilities to carry out other influences as well. On the astral plane, the magician can condense the earth element in his astral body and materialize to such a degree that he can appear right in front of an initiate or a non-initiate and be seen with the physical eyes, and also be heard and felt. How successful the magician will be in this respect depends upon the amount of time he has dedicated to the practice of these exercises and his ability to accumulate the earth element in the astral body. This leads to the logical conclusion that the magician is also able to perform physical tasks with his astral body. Here you will find the correct explanation for producing phenomena in the manner initiates understand it, such as causing knocking sounds and carrying out various tasks. No limits exist for the magician, and the area of magic he wishes to specialize in is entirely his choice. He also knows how to accomplish everything. For example, he may wish to condense only a part of his body, such as one hand, while the other hand remains in the astral state. Should he be able to accelerate the vibrations of the electrons of an object with the aid of his imagination, he will also be able to make the object disappear right in front of other people and transfer it to the astral sphere, all of course in accordance with his powers and development. Under these circumstances, the physical objects are no longer subject to physical laws, they become astral. It is a simple task for the magician to carry such objects with the help of his astral body even over great distances and then restore them to their original form. This phenomenon appears to the eyes of the uninitiated as a chimera, but a magician who has progressed to this point in his development can produce these and even greater phenomena, which otherwise would be regarded as miracles. These explanations make it obvious that all these phenomena are not miracles. For the magician, miracles in the true sense of the word do not exist. All he knows is how to employ higher powers and laws and their applications. Many more examples could be given in regards to what the magician can accomplish with his astral body. However, for the sincere aspirant mere indications will suffice.